How did people flirt in ancient Greece? Where was Jesus actually born? What U.S. president was arrested and convicted while in office? What is the most expensive substance on Earth? Don't worry, you can get these facts and more for the low price of free $99 in this episode of You Don't Know. There are 30 times more trees on Earth than there are stars in the Milky Way. It's estimated that there are 100 billion stars and 3 trillion trees. The average human heart beats 3.6 million times a year. People have used different ways to flirt throughout history and across the world. In ancient Greece, if you tossed a woman an apple, it showed you were interested in her. If she caught it, she liked you back. It's like the notes you would pass in school that asked, "Do you like me? Check yes or no." There is a lot of research that shows that eating breakfast improves your concentration, memory, and overall energy. Only 2% of the world's population has green eyes, though it can be common in some countries like Ireland and Scotland. About 9% of the US population has green eyes. Antimatter is the most expensive substance on Earth. Recent estimates say it can cost about $25 billion per gram to make positrons and $3 quadrillion per gram of antiprotons. The average person takes 12 seconds to count to 24. Alaska is the only state in America that can be typed on one row of a traditional English QWERTY keyboard. Lots of animals use ultrasound for navigation, like dolphins and bats. But did you know that cats can hear ultrasonic frequencies too? You've probably heard of extreme sports like skateboarding, rollerblading, and BMX. Well, recently, a new extreme sport has come about called extreme sitting. It started in Germany. Basically, you use a special stool called a hocker, you do tricks with it, and you land the trick by sitting on the stool. There is a law in Northern Territory, Australia that says you can't annoy people by playing a musical instrument. Basically, if you're a street musician playing in a neighborhood and one of the residents complains, you gotta leave or pay a $200 fine. Mars's orbit isn't as circular as Earth's, so for part of the year it's closer to the sun, which makes it much hotter, and that temperature rise causes really big storms that can last for weeks or even months. Who's still excited about living on Mars? In 1872, President Ulysses S. Grant was arrested while in office for speeding. He was racing his horse-drawn carriage with some friends on a Washington, D.C. thoroughfare. The officer, William Henry West, let them off with a warning, but caught them doing the same thing the following day, and so arrested them. The president was brought to the police station, paid a fine of $20, and commended the officer's bravery and dedication in carrying out his duties. Every Christmas, you see hundreds of manger scenes with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph that look like they're in a stable of sorts. Well, recent studies show that the manger where Jesus was born may have actually been in a cave. After a waitress at a pizzeria helped a customer choose the numbers for a winning lottery ticket in 1984, the winner tipped her $3 million, half of his $6 million prize money. Here's a bit of a mind bender. Cranes are used to build cranes. There have been some crazy keyboards designed to improve ergonomics, but have you ever heard of a spherical keyboard? There have been a number of different kinds, and no one is quite sure which was the first. Do they actually help you avoid getting carpal tunnel? Who knows? A really fun one was made by YouTuber Pavlo Kamel. It was wireless and also worked as your mouse. Would you try a spherical keyboard? Let us know in the comments.
In the door